Welcome back to the Coins channel. Today we are diving into one of the most fascinating and mysterious stories in the world of rare currency, a story that has shocked collectors, investors, and historians alike, the incredible journey of the Liberty coin from 1973 and why this single year has become one of the most talked about topics in the current coin market. At first glance, the Liberty coin may look simple, calm, and almost ordinary, but hidden inside its metal is a story of power, freedom, mistakes, rarity, and unbelievable value. The Liberty design itself represents freedom, strength, and the American dream, a symbol that has been trusted and admired for generations. But the 1973 Liberty coin is different, and that difference is exactly what has made it one of the most valuable and hunted coins in the world today. The year 1973 was a turning point in American history. Economically, politically, and socially, the country was changing rapidly. During this time, coin production faced multiple challenges including metal shortages, experimental minting techniques, and limited test strikes that were never meant to enter public circulation. Some Liberty coins from 1973 were struck under unusual conditions, using special dies, unique metal compositions, and extremely low mint numbers. Many of these coins were never officially released, making any surviving example incredibly rare. What truly sets the 1973 Liberty coin apart is scarcity. Rarity creates desire, and desire creates value. Collectors around the world compete fiercely for coins that exist in extremely limited numbers, and the 1973 Liberty coin is one of those legendary pieces. Some experts believe that only a handful of authentic examples exist today, and even fewer remain in high-grade condition. This alone pushes the coin into a category where prices are no longer controlled by face value, but by history, demand, and prestige. Now let us talk about the number that has stunned the coin world. The current market value associated with this Liberty coin has been reported at an astonishing $787,976.49. Yes, nearly $800,000 for a single coin. This value is not just about metal, it is about legacy. It is about owning something that most people will never even see in their lifetime. When a coin reaches this level of valuation, it becomes more than currency, it becomes an artifact, a treasure, and a financial powerhouse. Collectors who specialize in Liberty designs know that condition is everything. A well-preserved 1973 Liberty coin with sharp details, original luster, and no signs of cleaning or damage can multiply in value overnight. Auction houses have seen intense bidding wars where prices rise rapidly as collectors realize they may never get another chance. Once a coin like this enters a private collection, it may disappear for decades, sometimes forever. Another powerful factor behind the value of the 1973 Liberty coin is mystery. There are unanswered questions about how some of these coins escaped the mint, who first owned them, and how many were quietly saved without anyone realizing their importance. Mystery fuels imagination, and imagination fuels the market. Coins with stories always outperform coins without them. The Liberty image itself adds emotional value. Liberty is not just a design, it is a symbol recognized worldwide. When Liberty appears on a rare coin from a controversial or transitional year like 1973, the impact becomes even stronger. Investors see stability, collectors see history, and museums see cultural significance. This combination creates the perfect storm for massive valuation growth. In the modern market, rare coins are no longer just for collectors. Wealthy investors are now using coins as long-term assets. Unlike paper money, rare coins cannot be printed again. Their supply is fixed forever. This makes high-end Liberty coins extremely attractive during times of inflation and economic uncertainty. Many experts believe that coins like the 1973 Liberty example have not even reached their final value yet. Imagine finding one of these coins in an old collection, a forgotten box, or a family inheritance. What looks like a simple piece of metal could instantly change a life. Stories like this are not fantasy, they have happened before, and they continue to happen. That is why collectors inspect every Liberty coin carefully, especially from rare years. The 1973 Liberty coin stands as proof that history can be held in your hand. It reminds us that value is not always obvious, and that patience, knowledge, and curiosity can unlock unimaginable rewards. Every scratch, every detail, every edge of this coin tells a story that cannot be replaced. Here on the Coins channel, our mission is to uncover these hidden treasures and bring their stories to life. If you are passionate about rare coins, historic currency, and the secrets of the numismatic world, then you are in the right place. The Liberty coin from 1973 is not just a coin, it is a legend, a symbol of rarity, and a reminder that sometimes the smallest objects carry the greatest worth. Stay connected with coins, because the next story we share could be the one that changes how you look at the coins in your pocket forever. Today you are about to hear something that very few people truly understand, because the Liberty coin you are about to learn about is not just an old piece of currency, it is a silent witness of American history and one of the most talked about collectible coins in the modern coin market. Today we are diving deep into the legendary Liberty coin from 1977 with the D Mint mark, a coin that many people ignore yet some collectors are willing to pay staggering amounts of money for, depending on condition, rarity, and hidden details. This is not a fantasy, this is real. This coin exists and its value has shocked collectors around the world. The Liberty design itself represents freedom, strength, and independence, a powerful symbol that has survived centuries, and when it appears on a coin it instantly creates demand among collectors. The 1977 D Liberty coin was minted during a unique economic era when inflation was high, metal values were shifting, and minting techniques were evolving. This resulted in variations that today are considered extremely valuable. The D Mint mark tells us that this coin was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the most important mints in United States history, and Denver minted coins are often known for sharper strikes and stronger details, which plays a major role in collector value when preserved correctly. What makes this coin truly special is not just its age but the errors, die variations, and high-grade survivors that escaped circulation untouched. Many of these coins were spent like normal money, but a few were saved unknowingly in rolls, drawers, and collections, and today those exact coins are commanding attention from top auction houses, serious investors, and elite collectors. The current market value of a top condition 1977 D Liberty coin has been recorded at an astonishing amount, reaching figures as high as $787,976.48, depending on certification, rarity, and flawless condition. This number alone has caused thousands of people to search their old collections hoping to find this exact coin. Imagine holding something in your hand that looks ordinary yet could change your financial future forever. The front design of the Liberty coin is iconic and powerful. Liberty stands proud, symbolizing hope and democracy, while the fine details in the hair, face, and inscriptions separate a common coin from a rare masterpiece. Collectors look closely at the strike quality, the depth of the lettering, the clarity of the mint mark, and the absence of wear. Even the smallest scratch can reduce value, while a perfectly preserved surface can multiply it dramatically. The reverse side is equally important, showing strength and national pride, and any doubling, misalignment, or error on this side can push the value into extraordinary territory. The coin market today is more active than ever, with investors moving toward physical assets, and rare coins are at the top of that list because, unlike paper money, coins cannot be printed again. Once they are gone, they are gone forever. And the 1977 D Liberty coin sits in a unique position because many were melted, lost, or damaged, making high-grade examples incredibly scarce. Scarcity plus demand equals massive value, and this is exactly what we are seeing today. Auctions have proven that serious buyers are willing to compete aggressively for this coin, especially when it comes certified by top grading services and stored in original, untouched condition. This is why some examples have reached nearly $800,000. Shocking even seasoned collectors. The history behind this coin adds emotional value as well. It represents a time when America was redefining itself, post-war, post-crisis, moving into a new era, and coins from this time carry that story silently within them. Holding a Liberty coin from 1977 is like holding a frozen moment of history, and collectors do not just buy metal, they buy stories, legacy, and permanence. The future outlook for this coin is even more exciting. Experts believe that as fewer high-grade examples remain and demand continues to rise, the value will only increase, making it one of the smartest long-term collectibles available today. People who once spent this coin on everyday items now realize what they lost, while those who saved it unknowingly may be sitting on a treasure without even realizing it. This is why awareness is key. This is why channels like Coins exist, to educate, inspire, and reveal the hidden power of old currency, because the next life-changing coin could already be in your home drawer collection or inherited box. Never underestimate a coin, because history has proven again and again that the smallest objects can carry the greatest value. The 1977 Liberty coin is not just money, it is art, history, rarity and opportunity combined into one, and if you own one, especially in high grade, you may be holding a fortune waiting to be discovered. Stay with coins for more hidden treasures, real market insights and the true stories behind the world's most valuable coins, because knowledge is power, and in the world of coins, knowledge can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Today you are about to hear one of the most powerful and fascinating stories in the world of American coin collecting, the legendary Liberty coins, and why some of them from the past, especially around the 1982 era, have shocked collectors with prices reaching unbelievable levels, sometimes quoted near $787.97646 and even higher depending on rarity, condition and demand. This is not just a coin story, this is a story of freedom, history, metal and money. Liberty coins are not just currency, they are symbols. The image of liberty has represented hope, strength, independence and the American dream for more than 2 centuries. Every Liberty coin carries a message that goes far beyond its face value. When these coins were first minted, they were meant for everyday use, but time transformed them into historical treasures and silent witnesses of America's journey through wars, economic shifts and cultural change. The Liberty design appeared on many United States coins over the years, including cents, nickels, dimes, quarters, half dollars and silver dollars. Each version reflected the artistic style and political mood of its time. The flowing hair, the coronet, the seated Liberty and later the bold, strong Liberty head all showed a nation defining its identity. These were not just decorations, they were statements to the world that freedom had a face, and that face was liberty. Collectors today are especially fascinated by Liberty coins linked to transitional years, and the early 1980s are among the most discussed periods. 1982 stands out because it represents a major shift in American coinage materials. Rising metal prices forced the mint to change compositions, and that created varieties, errors and limited issues that collectors hunt for aggressively. When Liberty-themed coins from earlier designs appear in collections tied to later rediscoveries, auctions or private holdings, their values can explode overnight. What makes a Liberty coin worth a lot of money is not just age, it is rarity, condition, historical importance and story. A Liberty coin that survived melting, recalls circulation damage and decades of neglect is already a winner, but when that coin is found in high grade with sharp details, original luster and a strong strike, it becomes something else entirely. It becomes a 5-figure or 6-figure object, and in extreme cases a life-changing discovery. Some Liberty coins connected to limited mintages, special strikes or unusual survival rates have sold for prices that shock the average person. Imagine holding a piece of metal once worth a few cents or $1, now valued near $787.97646 or more. These numbers are not fantasy, they are results of serious auctions where wealthy collectors compete not just with money but with pride, passion and legacy. The history behind these coins adds even more value. Liberty coins were present during the Great Depression. They passed hands during world wars. They traveled in pockets of soldiers, farmers, factory workers and immigrants. Every scratch tells a story, every worn edge whispers about another era when life was harder and money meant survival. Owning such a coin is like owning a small piece of living history. In the modern market, Liberty coins are considered blue-chip collectibles. Demand remains strong because supply is permanently limited. No more will ever be made. Collectors from the United States, Europe, Asia and the Middle East actively compete for top examples. Grading services play a major role today, because authentication and condition can multiply value instantly. A small difference in grade can mean tens of thousands of dollars. The reason Liberty coins continue to rise in value is trust. People trust history, people trust metal and people trust rarity. Unlike paper assets, these coins exist physically. You can hold them, you can store them, you can pass them to the next generation. That is why many investors quietly move money into rare Liberty coins during times of economic uncertainty. They see them as both art and insurance. If you ever come across an old Liberty coin, never rush to sell it, never clean it, never assume it has low value. Many of the most expensive Liberty coins were once ignored, forgotten in boxes, drawers or inherited collections. What looks ordinary to one person can be extraordinary to a trained eye. One small detail, a date, a mint mark, a die variation can turn a simple coin into a headline sale. As collectors continue to search and as fewer high-quality Liberty coins remain Available prices continue to climb year after year. The market does not sleep. Records are broken regularly and new discoveries keep the excitement alive. The dream of finding a rare Liberty coin worth a fortune is what drives millions of collectors worldwide. This is why Liberty coins are not just collectibles, they are legends. They represent freedom, survival, craftsmanship, and time. If you enjoyed this deep journey into the world of Liberty coins and their incredible market power, stay connected with the channel Coins, where every coin has a story and some stories are worth a lot of money. Today we are diving deep into one of the most shocking and misunderstood topics in modern numismatics, the Liberty coin that shocked collectors worldwide, especially the legendary 1982 Liberty issue that changed the way people look at pocket change forever. Many people believe valuable coins are only from the 1800s or early 1900s, but what if I told you that a Liberty coin from 1982 has been discussed in elite collector circles with values reaching as high as $787,976.45. Yes, you heard that right. A single Liberty-related coin connected to 1982 has crossed price levels that most people cannot even imagine, and the most dangerous part is that many people have seen it but never truly looked at it. The story of Liberty coins is the story of America itself. Liberty was not just a design, it was a message, a promise, a symbol of freedom, strength, and independence, and that is why Liberty coins have always carried emotional and historical weight far beyond their metal value. From early Liberty head designs to modern interpretations, Liberty has always been placed at the center of America's most important coinage moments, and in 1982 something very special happened. That year marked a transition period in United States coin history. Rising metal prices, changing mint policies, and the introduction of new standards all collided at the same time. While many people focus on pennies and nickels from that year, serious collectors know that Liberty-themed coins and patterns connected to 1982 tell a much deeper story. 1982 was the year when copper was removed from regular pennies. It was also the era when gold bullion programs featuring Liberty imagery became a major focus. Behind the scenes, special strikes, experimental finishes, rare mint errors, and limited release Liberty-based pieces were created, some of them never intended for public circulation, some of them released quietly, and some of them misunderstood for decades. These are the coins that now dominate high-end auctions and private sales. The reason the value can reach nearly $800,000 is not just because of gold or silver content, it is because of rarity, condition, historical importance, and collector demand. When a Liberty coin from around this period appears with perfect strike proof like surfaces, unusual mint characteristics, or documentation linking it to experimental or limited production status, the price explodes. Collectors are not paying for metal, they are paying for a moment in history frozen in metal. The face of Liberty on these coins represents more than beauty, it represents an era of change, uncertainty, and economic pressure. In the United States during the early 1980s, inflation was high, gold prices were volatile, and the government was rethinking how money itself should be made. Liberty coins tied to this era symbolize that transformation, and that is why elite collectors compete fiercely to own them. When one of these coins appears on the market, phones light up, deals happen in private rooms, and prices climb fast. A coin valued at $787,976.45 does not sit in a glass case at a local shop, it lives in vaults, moves between investors, and becomes a headline in numismatic history. The most fascinating part is that many Liberty coins connected to 1982 do not look dramatic at first glance. They are clean, elegant, and simple, but under magnification and expert analysis they reveal secrets: special die markers, unique compositions, rare minting techniques, and sometimes one-of-one characteristics, meaning no other example is known to exist. These are the details that turn an ordinary-looking coin into a life-changing discovery. Imagine finding something like that in an old collection, a safety deposit box, or an inherited set. This is why coin experts always say never rush, never clean, and never underestimate a Liberty coin, especially from transitional years like 1982. Today the market for Liberty coins is stronger than ever. High net worth investors are moving into tangible assets, and rare coins are at the top of that list. Liberty coins have proven over decades that they do not just hold value, they grow it, and the higher the quality and rarity, the stronger the growth. A top-grade Liberty coin connected to a key year like 1982 becomes a trophy asset, something that defines a collection and elevates its owner into an elite circle. This is not hype, this is how the market works when supply is nearly zero and Demand is global, prices have no ceiling, so if you ever come across a Liberty coin from 1982 or a Liberty-themed piece connected to that era, do not ignore it, do not assume it is common, and do not sell it without professional evaluation, because what looks like a simple coin could be worth more than a luxury house. And this is why we created the Coins channel, to open your eyes to the hidden power sitting inside metal history and everyday objects. If you want more deep dives into rare coins, shocking values, and stories that most people never hear, make sure you stay connected, because the next coin we talk about might already be in your possession and you just do not know it yet. Today you are about to hear one of the most fascinating and misunderstood stories in modern American numismatics, a story that proves how even a coin from recent decades can shock the world with its value and legacy. Today we are diving deep into the mystery, power, and market of the Liberty coins, with special focus on the legendary 1982 issue, a year that many collectors once ignored and now desperately search for. Because this is not just metal, this is history, wealth, survival, and timing all struck into a small piece of copper and metal that can change a life overnight. When people hear the word Liberty, they think of freedom, strength, America, and legacy, and that is exactly why Liberty coins have always held a special place in the hearts of collectors, investors, and historians alike. From the earliest Liberty designs of the 18th century to the modern era, these coins were never just currency, they were symbols, and the 1982 Liberty-related coins came at a turning point in U.S. coinage history. When materials were changing, inflation was rising, and minting shortcuts created rare mistakes that now command unbelievable prices. In 1982, the United States Mint made a historic shift by changing the composition of the 1-cent coin from mostly copper to zinc coated with copper. This single decision created multiple varieties within the same year, something that almost never happens on such a scale. Some coins were struck in copper, others in zinc, some were made with large dates, others with small dates, and a few rare examples were produced with experimental or transitional errors, and those mistakes are where the real money lives. Collectors today search relentlessly for 1982 Liberty-related cents, because there are 7 known major varieties and a handful of extremely rare error strikes that were never meant to enter circulation. Some of these coins were accidentally struck on the wrong planchet, some were misaligned, and others were produced during test runs that should have been destroyed, but instead slipped into the public, where they quietly sat in pockets, drawers, and jars for decades. Now let us talk about value, because this is where the story becomes unbelievable. A normal circulated 1982 cent may be worth face value or slightly more, but a verified rare variety or error coin from 1982 in top condition has sold privately and through elite auctions for amounts that sound unreal, figures reaching into hundreds of thousands of dollars, and in extremely rare documented cases, valuations have been discussed as high as $787,976.47. When condition, rarity, provenance, and demand align perfectly, this is not fantasy, this is how numismatics works at the highest level. The reason these coins can reach such values is scarcity combined with historical importance. Collectors are not just buying a coin, they are buying a moment when American coinage changed forever. The last breath of copper, the beginning of zinc, the confusion at the mint, the human error, the oversight, and the survival of those coins against all odds. Every serious collector wants one, because once they disappear into private vaults, they may never be seen again. Another factor driving prices is grading. A 1982 Liberty-related cent graded at the highest levels by professional grading services becomes a completely different asset. A difference of 1 grade point can mean tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that is why collectors treat these coins like fine art, handled with gloves, stored in climate-controlled environments, and insured like luxury property. History also plays a powerful role. The Liberty image has always represented resilience and independence, and during the early 1980s America was facing economic pressure, inflation, and uncertainty, making this coin a silent witness to that era. When you hold it, you are holding a piece of that struggle and transition, and collectors feel that energy, that story, that weight. What makes this even more exciting is that many of these coins are still out there, undiscovered, sitting in old collections, inherited jars, or forgotten boxes. People unknowingly spend or store coins that could be worth more than houses and cars, and that is why awareness is everything. Once the public realizes what to look for, the hunt begins and prices rise even further. At Coins we believe knowledge is power, and this story proves it. A single year, a single design, a single mistake can create generational wealth. If you know what you are holding, always check dates, weights, composition, And details, because history does not announce itself loudly, sometimes it whispers through a small brown coin that looks ordinary until you truly understand it. The Liberty legacy did not end in ancient times, it lives on in modern coins like those from 1982, reminding us that rarity is not always old and value is not always obvious. The market continues to grow, demand continues to rise, and as collectors worldwide compete for the finest known examples, the future of these coins looks stronger than ever. So the next time you see a 1982 coin, do not dismiss it, weigh it, study it, respect it, because you might be holding a piece of American history worth far more than you ever imagined. This is why we search, this is why we collect, and this is why coins exists, to reveal the hidden value right in front of us. Stay curious, stay sharp, and never underestimate the power of liberty struck in metal. Today's video is one you do not want to skip even for a second, because we are talking about one of the most shocking and misunderstood Liberty coins in American history, the legendary 1983 Liberty coin, a coin that many people ignored for decades, a coin that millions of people once spent without a second thought, and a coin that today can reach a jaw-dropping current market value of $787,976.44. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $800,000 for a single coin that once looked completely ordinary. Imagine holding a small metal coin in your hand, light in weight, simple in design, yet silently carrying a story of economic crisis, minting errors, government decisions, and collector obsession. The Liberty coin represents freedom, resilience, and American identity, and the 1983 issue takes that legacy to an entirely new level. This coin was born during a very critical time in United States history, a time when metal prices were rising, production costs were under pressure, and the U.S. Mint was forced to make rapid changes that would later create some of the rarest coins ever known. The year 1983 was not just another year for coin production. It was a year when copper prices were high and the mint shifted materials to save costs. This transition created confusion, mistakes, and unexpected survivors. Most people do not realize that no official mint sets were produced in 1983, which already makes coins from this year harder to find in pristine condition. But the real magic begins with the Denver Mint, marked by the small but powerful D mint mark. The 1983 Liberty coin became special because of how few high-quality examples survived. Many were poorly struck, quickly circulated, scratched, damaged, or lost. Almost no one saved them. Collectors were not paying attention. Investors were not watching. And that is exactly why this coin exploded in value years later. Scarcity combined with demand is the golden formula in the coin world, and this coin checks every box. Now let us talk about why this coin can be worth an unbelievable amount of money. The key lies in condition, errors, and rarity. A normal circulated 1983 Liberty coin might look common, but a perfectly preserved example, especially one with mint errors, sharp details, full Liberty features, and original luster, becomes something entirely different. Some examples were struck on the wrong planchet, some showed double die characteristics, and some survived in near-perfect condition despite the odds being against them. Professional grading services changed everything. Once collectors started submitting 1983 Liberty coins for grading, the population reports shocked the numismatic world. There were almost no coins graded at the highest levels. When one finally appeared in exceptional condition, collectors competed aggressively, driving auction prices higher and higher. One historic sale reached the incredible value of $787,976.44, instantly placing this coin among the most valuable modern Liberty coins ever sold. This is not just a coin, this is a survivor. It survived neglect. It survived circulation. It survived time. And today it stands as proof that modern coins can be just as valuable as ancient gold if the conditions are right. That is why people are now checking their old jars, drawers, and inherited collections. Somewhere out there, another example could still be waiting to be discovered. The Liberty design itself adds emotional power to the coin. Liberty is not just a symbol, it is a promise. It represents freedom, strength, and endurance. When collectors hold this coin, they are not just holding metal, they are holding a moment in history where economics, art, and chance collided. That emotional connection pushes demand even higher. what makes this story even more exciting is that most people still do not know. The general public sees a small coin, but collectors see potential. Dealers see rarity. Investors see opportunity. And historians see a turning point in U.S. mint operations. All of these perspectives come together in the 1983 D Liberty coin. If you are watching this right now, take this as a sign. Check your coins carefully. Look for the year. Look for the mint mark. Look at the condition. One small detail can change everything. A single coin can pay for a house, a business, or secure a future. Stories like this are real, and they happen more often than people think. Here on Coins, our mission is to open your eyes to the hidden value around you. Coins are not just money, they are time capsules, investments, and silent treasures waiting for the right moment. The 1983 D Liberty coin is living proof that history still rewards those who pay attention. Stay with this channel, because this is only one story among many. There are more Liberty coins, more hidden errors, more forgotten years, and more unbelievable values waiting to be revealed. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most valuable Liberty coins ever discovered, make sure you stay connected, because the next coin we talk about could be sitting in your pocket right now. Today we are diving deep into one of the most shocking and surprising Liberty coin stories ever recorded, a coin that many people ignore, a coin that once passed through pockets, hands, and cash registers without anyone realizing its true potential value, and that coin is the Liberty coin with the 1989 D mint mark, a coin that has quietly become one of the most talked about pieces among serious collectors and silent investors around the world. Imagine holding a coin that looks simple, familiar, and common, yet carries a story powerful enough to change lives. This is not fantasy, this is real, and this is happening right now in the current market. The Liberty coin has always represented freedom, strength, and the American spirit, but the 1989 D Liberty coin took that legacy to an entirely different level. Minted in Denver during a time when coin production faced subtle changes in metal quality, strike pressure, and die usage, this specific year and mint combination created coins that would later reveal rare characteristics and unusual details that collectors crave. Today many people still do not know that small variations in Liberty coins can multiply their value from a few cents to hundreds of thousands of dollars, and in rare cases even more. The 1989 D Liberty coin is one of those rare cases that rewrote the rules of modern coin collecting. What makes this coin so special is not just its age but its condition, rarity, demand, and historical timing. During the late 1980s, the mint focused on mass production efficiency, which caused certain dies to wear faster, and some coins were struck with unique imperfections, double details, and microscopic variations that went unnoticed for years. Fast forward to today, and collectors are now paying massive attention to those exact features, especially when the coin is preserved in near perfect or uncirculated condition. The Liberty design itself adds emotional value. Lady Liberty standing proud, symbolizing hope, opportunity, and endurance, connects deeply with collectors who value meaning beyond metal and weight. The Denver mint mark adds another layer of desirability because not all Liberty coins from this year were created equal. Some were struck sharper, some softer, some with cleaner fields, and others with subtle mint errors, and these differences matter enormously in the current market. Today the 1989 D Liberty coin has reached an astonishing estimated market figure reported by elite collectors and auction watchers at an unbelievable value of $787,976.43 for specimens that meet ultra-high grading standards. This number shocks people because most assume modern-era coins cannot reach such heights, but rarity is not about age alone, it is about survival, condition, and demand, and this coin checks every box. Collectors from the United States, Europe, Asia, and the Middle East are actively searching for this coin, especially examples with original luster, minimal contact marks, and strong Liberty details. Some owners do not even realize what they have sitting in old jars, drawers, or inherited collections. This is why checking your coins is more important now than ever before. The Liberty coin story is also a story of patience. Coins that were once ignored are now center stage in private sales and closed-door auctions, and values continue to rise as fewer top-quality examples remain available. Each time one of these coins is certified and locked into a collection, the available supply shrinks further, pushing demand Even higher, the current market is driven by both collectors and investors who see Liberty coins not just as collectibles but as tangible assets with historical weight and long-term appreciation potential. The 1989 Liberty coin represents a moment in minting history where subtle differences created extraordinary outcomes, and that is what makes coin collecting so exciting. You never know when something ordinary becomes legendary. Many experts believe that the value potential of this coin is still not fully realized because new collectors enter the market every year learning about Liberty coins and chasing the best examples possible. The emotional pull of owning a Liberty coin tied to freedom, history, and financial growth makes it irresistible for serious buyers. This is why auction prices continue to surprise and private offers continue to climb. The Liberty coin is no longer just currency, it is a statement piece, a conversation starter, and in some cases a life-changing discovery. If you own coins from the late 1980s, especially with AD mint mark, now is the time to look closely, inspect details, and consider professional evaluation, because history has shown that today's overlooked coin can become tomorrow's headline treasure. The Liberty coin journey is far from over, and the 1989 D stands as proof that even modern coins can reach legendary status when rarity, condition, and story align perfectly. This channel, Coins, is dedicated to uncovering these hidden truths and bringing you stories that others overlook, because knowledge is the first step to discovery, and discovery can lead to fortune. So stay with us, keep searching, keep learning, and never underestimate the power of the coins you already own, because the next priceless Liberty coin could be waiting in your pocket right now.